Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troller. 1972 to 1975.
Game 26, Angels at Expos.
Welcome back, baseball fans. 1972-75 Carryover League, another opening day in the American League. We have the Angels and the Expos playing. The Expos just missed the playoffs. They started red hot a year ago, then they tailed off terribly at the end, could not sneak into the playoffs, just missed out. The Angels are playing as a second place team with a losing record in the American League West. All the teams behind the Angels, behind the Oakland A's had losing records, but the Angels were in second place. So today it's a simple best-of-5 series, Angels at Expos. Expos had a nice, active off-season, moving some pieces around. They traded away Kenny Singleton. They traded away Dave McNally. They traded away Baylor Moore. And they've added a whole bunch of guys, a whole bunch of new players. We'll just get to them as the game progresses. And the Angels are still putting pieces together, trying to be the bridesmaid to the Oakland A's. Who's going to finish in second to them out west? Is it going to be them, the Rangers, the Mariners? We'll find out. It's too soon, anyway. Opening day, Burlington Expos playing out of Lake Champlain. We relocated the Montreal team into the American League, moved them a couple hours south across the border into Vermont. At least it's a lot closer to Montreal than Washington, D.C. is. Leading off for the Angels is Mickey Rivers. 38, single 1 to 4, and he gets it. He's a double-A stealer. He's taking off. And he's out on a 19. He led the league in stolen bases in 75, so that's something he's going to chase this year as well. Paul Shaw strikes out. And Richie Scheinblum, 1-6, triple 1 to 7 is a base hit. 2-out single for Don Baylor, who walks. Jim Spencer, 3-10, rolls to second. Forgot to give you the starting pitchers. We'll do that now. The Angels are sending Nolan Ryan out there, folks. A brilliant 1972 Nolan Ryan card. 19-game winner, 2.28 ERA, 284 innings. Arguably his best year ever in California. And then it turns into one of those walk strikeout careers for the next 6-7 years. He exits on good terms in 79, taking the team to the playoffs, and then he's an Astro by 1980. Now your Expos are sending the youngster Steve Rogers out there with his brilliant 73 card. I mean, really brilliant, folks. Came up in the second half, 10-5, 154 ERA in 134 innings. We could have upgraded this guy so he could pitch on 3 days rest, but why? I mean, he's brilliant when he debuts with this card. And never really pitches this great ever again, but he is the most distinguished Montreal pitcher during the timeline. So here we go, bottom of the first. It'll be Jerry White, a rookie added this year. 49, strikes out. Ron Hunt, 48, strikes out. And Mike Jorgensen, 1-4, flies to right. Top of 2. Bobby Valentine, 6'11". Pitcher X, Steve Rogers, is an E10 pitcher. Makes the play. Horace Clark, acquired it off the waiver wire. Basically, the Yankees and Angels swapped second baseman through the waiver claim. Not exactly a trade. Both teams just gave up on their guy. Alomar a little bit better, so the Yankees picked him up first, and then the Angels waited and pounced on the guy the Yankees let go. Horace Clark, 4-4, catcher's X. This is Gary Carter, a 3E8 in his rookie card. Makes the play. And with 2 outs, it's Kurt Bleffrey. Still kicking around Kurt. Very useful left-handed hitting guy. He could play all over the place. 4'11", right X. Out in right field, you got Mr. Leroy Stanton, a 2E9. former Angel, by the way, makes the grab. Bottom of the second, it's Bob Bailey. 57 is a K. Ron Fairley, 58 is a K. And Leroy Stanton. He was acquired as part of the big deal that moved all the outfielders around. Rusty Stahl went to the Mets, Singleton to the Orioles, Stanton here, along with pitcher Dave McNally from Baltimore. And Stanton came to Baltimore through the Angels for Don Baylor, so there's been a lot of movement of these outfielders in the last several years. Leroy Stanton, 1-8. Let's take a look at the card. Immediately, it pays dividends here. 1-8 is gone for Leroy Stanton, who had 11 home runs and a .267 average in 74. Nice little platoon kind of player there. And now we've got the debut of Gary Carter behind the dish today. A -1 arm catcher with a 75 card. 2-7, single one to 16, and he gets a base hit. And they roll that ball into the dugout. Give it to his family. Jim Nettles. 1-6, strikes out. 1-0 Spos in the third. Rudy Mioli, 54, pops to short. Mickey Rivers, 3-6. Homer 1-2, fly ball. Paul Shaw, 310 Ks. Bottom of the third. Billy Grabarkowitz, he has bounced all over baseball. It was a Dodger, Tiger, now he's here. 33, rolls a short. Jerry White, 48 Ks. Ron Hunt, 54, short X. This is Mioli, 344 shortstop. Base hit. Base stealer. You got a +2 arm catcher. Let's try a stolen base. Oh, that didn't work. Caught stealing. Must be a slow, muddy track here in Vermont. But we've had 2 caught stealings in the first 3 innings. 1-0 game into the fourth. Richie Scheinblum, 1-4 flies to right. Don Baylor, 43, first X. This is Mr. Jorgensen, 1E2. We got some gems fielding at first base. We got a 1E2 Jorgensen for the home team, a 1E3 Jim Spencer for the visitors. That's some slick fielders right here. And here is Jim Spencer. Rolls a comebacker to the mound. Bottom of the fourth, and it is Mike Jorgensen, 34, second. Bob Bailey, 56, is a K. Ron Fairley, 36, a walk. Leroy Stanton, the difference of this game to this point, flies to left. 1-zip in the fifth. It's Bobby Valentine, 45, a double off the Rogers card. Runner in scoring position for Horace Clark, 48, short X. This is Grabarkowitz, 40-44 at short, but he makes the play. Kurt Blefrey, 411, right X. That would be Stanton, a 2 in right field. Makes the catch. And Rudy Mioli, 210, rolls to first. Bottom of the fifth. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, bottom of the fifth. It'll be Gary Carter. 66 off of Ryan's a walk. Only the first one, second one for him. Jim Nettles, 58 is a K. Billy Grabarkowitz, 112 flies to left and with 2 outs. Jerry White, 56 is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. Again, Ryan's troubles is the base on balls here. Ron Hunt, 68. Well, yeah. You add in the hit by pitches and the walks, that's going to be trouble, and it was. It's a walk to load the bases for Mike Jorgensen. 2-7 strikes out. So we've got 5 walks or strikeouts in that frame. 1-zip into the sixth. It's Mickey Rivers. 2-4 pops to first. Paul Shaw, 57 Ks. Richie Scheinblum, 2-6 is a base hit. And Don Baylor, 2-7 is a strikeout. Pitcher's duel between Ryan and Rogers. I guess Ryan would have met up with Rogers in the National League when he was an Astro, but not when he was an Angel, I don't think. Bob Bailey, 52, rolls a second. Ron Fairley, 3-6 is a walk. Leroy Stanton, 410, bouncer to second X. Now, you do have Mr. Horace Clark. He can still pick it. He's a 3-13. Was a 2. And it's a single dot off the defense. Tough break for the Angels. You got runners in the corners, 1 out. You're going to bring it up. And Gary Carter's an 8 bunter. What a great rookie. You know, Gary, if you learn how to bunt, it could help you in your rookie season when you face some tough pitchers and you lack the experience. Learn how to bunt. 48 is a K. And with 2 outs, the infield will go back for Jim Nettles. 67 is a single, 1 of 6, and he lines out. So Ryan's put some guys on. They haven't scored. That's good news. Into the 7th, it's Jim Spencer. 2-4 rolls to first. Bobby Valentine, 6'10", third X. This is Mr. Bob Bailey, 40-19 at third. Makes the play. Good for him. Pretty weak defense outside of Spencer in the infield. Horace Clark, 54, is a pop to short. Steve Rogers, 7 shutout innings. Stretch time here in Lake Champlain, the new home of the Expos. We've been enjoying this Young Holt Unlimited, Born Again, instrumental versions of a lot of classics. Something We've Only Just Begun, Blood in the Streets, stuff like that. 1971, Young Holt Unlimited. All right, back to the game. Bottom of the 7th, Nolan Ryan down 1-0. We'll continue. Both pitchers are starter 8s. It's Billy Grabarkowitz, 4-4, second X. Second baseman is Horace Clark, a 3-13. He makes the play. And actually, he will also come out of the game so they can bring better defense in at shortstop to finish. And it's Jerry White. 63 off Ryan is short X. And this is Mioli again, 3-44. And he'll kick that ground ball. Jerry White is a beast stealer. Bleffery's got a +2 arm. He's going to take off. And he's safe at second base. Brings up Ron Hunt. 1-4, bounce to short. And with 2 outs, it's Mike Jorgensen, 5'11", short X. Mioli makes the play. So, just a 1-0 game. The teams have had their chances. They put some guys on, but this is one of the lowest scoring games we've had. It's been a high scoring start to the 2024 season. We'll look at the cumulative stats in a little bit. The league started today with a 450 earned run average, which is astronomical. It's expected to drop down around 3 by the season's end. Top of the 8th of a 1-0 affair. Can you make the Expos better defensively? And the answer is no. Ted Martinez at short was the only change to that equation. So Rogers will have to deal with this 1-run lead. He does have Dale Murray. The only pitcher in baseball with a better earned run average than Rogers is Dale Murray. Rogers is 154. Dale Murray is 103. My goodness. Kurt Bleffery here. 2-2. Rolls to first. Rudy Mioli, 39, is a base hit. Back up top to Mickey Rivers. 35 flies to right, and with 2 outs, it's Paul Shaw, 46, is double 1-3 single. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. We are approaching Steve Rogers' point of weakness. It's Richie Scheinboom. I don't know if we even showed any cards in this game because there's nothing happening. We haven't only showed cards if something happens on the dice roll. We had the Stanton homer, which is it. But let's take a look at Richie Scheinboom here in the 8th inning. 1973 and 74, he had all-star appearances, or maybe it was 72 and 73, with Kansas City and with California. This card hits 328 in the outfield. And then something happens to Richie, and his career's over. So I don't know if something bad happened to him or what, but he just disappeared from baseball. Here's a big moment. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. The pitch to Richie Scheinboom. 67 off Rogers is a pop to short. Bottom of the 8th. You know Ryan's going to go out there and try and chase a victory. It's just 1-0. It'll be Bob Bailey leading off. 56 is a strikeout. Ron Fairley, 57's a walk. Leroy Stanton, walker strikeout. What do you think? 36. Oh, it's actually a hit. It's a single to center field. Ron Fairley, slow runner, will hold at second. Both pitchers are starter 8, so this could be Ryan's final batter, Gary Carter. They're playing back with runners at first and second. 410 is second X. A lot of ground balls to Horace Clarke today, a 3-13 second baseman. That's a single through the 3 second baseman. Huge break for the Spos. And we've just broken sadly, we have broken Mr. Ryan. And these bottom two guys aren't particularly good against lefties anyway. So they're going to hook Ryan because he hit his point of weakness. He can't believe he's being pulled. But they do have Dave LaRoche coming in. Dave LaRoche, outstanding closer. Had several stints with the Angels, though he were using a Twins card from 72 here. 5-7, 2.84 ERA in 95 innings. Trying to keep this a 1-0 game. On in the 8th. Wants to record 4 outs. If the Angels can come back at least. 5 outs, I should say. Jim Nettles, bases loaded. I think you can pinch hit Bacabella and put Gary Carter in left field, right? Yeah, Carter's a 3 in the outfield. They're going to do that. Actually, you can even pinch hit Jay Alou. So they're going to pinch hit Jay Alou in this instance. Let's take a look at him. Jay Alou, great, perfect pinch hitter for the Astros. 3-11 with this card in 72. And no better moment than now for him to pinch hit. A lot of ground ball A's on this card, so the Angels are going to play it back and hope for one of those. The pitch to Jay Alou. 57 is single one of 16 off LaRoche. He gets the base hit. Ted Martinez, the infield will come up now. 35 of the infield up is a 6-2 fielder's choice, cut down at the plate. So 2 outs, base is still loaded. It'll be Jerry White. 5-11, left X, and left field. Baylor has some good range. A 2-6 with a bad throwing arm. And he makes a 2-base error. What a tough break for the Angels. It doesn't look like today is their day. 2 runs will score. It'll score Carter. It will score Alou. Martinez at third. White at second with 2 outs in a 4-0 game. Ron Hunt. 6-11, second X again. And this is, of course, Mr. Clarke having a busy day. And he's, another hit off of Horace Clarke, and it's all come apart here for these Angels. They bat around to the Expos. Mike Jorgensen rolls to second base. This turns into a 6-0 affair, and all the drama is, does Steve Rogers get a CGSO? We go to the 9th. Don Baylor, 56 Ks. Jim Spencer, 6'10", pops to third. Bobby Valentine, 55, second X. A 4E18 second baseman, and he makes the play. And yes, Steve Rogers does complete the CGSO. The Expos win on opening day. I can do a quick look at the box here. Shouldn't be that hard to score this one. Rogers gets the win. It was a 6-hit shutout with a walk and 5 strikeouts. LaRoche came in to face Alou. Wasn't a very good appearance. It was 2 singles and 3 runs in this thing. And only 1 of those was earned. Everything else charged to Ryan. 6 hits and 3 runs. Only 2 of those were earned. 6 walks, 11 Ks. 1009, 0108, 6806, 15, 611, 611, 15. So that is 1-1, California and the Expos. And we'll look at the year-to-date stats after playing 26 games. This should be an error of the pitcher. 72, the most predominant year here, was kind of a dead ball year. Remember, Major League Baseball expanded in 69 and the hitting stats went through the roof. But now it's been 4 years since that expansion, and the pitchers have finally caught up a little bit. But we are having a start of hitting. So after 26 games, our league is hitting 273, 332 on base, a 436 earned run average, and a 145 whip. Those are all extremely inflated numbers. They should all come down. Last year, I think we had where did we finish a year ago? With the league stats. I think we have them here at the end. All right, so last year we finished with a 3.74 ERA, 2022 3.91, 3.88. You see what I mean? It's been a while since the league had an ERA over 4. So we expect this early. And in one of these early season games, one of the teams scored 17 runs in a rout. I forget which team did that. But that'll do it to the league stats every time. So the Expos defend home field, win game 1 of the best of 5. We'll come back at the end of the video and wrap up and let you know who won the series. So stay tuned. Well, folks, this is the box score of game 1. The Expos winning handily 6-0. I'm not going to make this a mystery, folks. We got some sweepage here. We got some sweepage in this series between the Expos and the Angels. Let's go to game number 2. And in this one, a low-scoring affair early. We get a 2-base error by a shortstop, which was Ted Martinez, and an RBI single by Paul Shaw. That was the only scoring through 7. Then Frank Tanana runs into trouble in the 8th after 2 outs. A single, a double, and then Cecil Upshaw comes in and gives up another double. Kind of a heartbreaking way for Tanana to lose this game. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Dale Murray collects the save. Bill Stoneman gets the victory for the Expos, winners of 2 straight. And then they complete the sweepage by venturing out west to California. And in this one, it's early and often. You have a Ron Fairley solo homer. And then they start pecking away in the 4th through these feisty Spos. Walk, single, 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 single. It's 4-zip. When you get 4 runs on the board, the Angels cringe. This collection of players is okay, but there just isn't much of a rhyme or reason with their lineup. They're just not a great baseball team, I would say. Baylor got a solo home run. Mickey Rivers had a really good day. He got 4 hits, had a triple, got stranded on the bases 3 other times. Bobby Valentine had an RBI single. That was all they could do. High watermark, 3 runs for the Angels. Once again, though, this Expo bullpen, not only Dale Murray, but also Bob Reynolds. They have 3 pitchers with ERAs below 2 on this team. Rogers, Reynolds, and Dale Murray. Plus they have Renko, Stoneman, and McNally with ERAs below 3. This is the Expo team. Can't really put them on the top shelf. They're still incomplete in areas. But they got some star power in various spots of this roster in really interesting places. Defense is shaky in spots. You got to keep one eye open and one eye closed when you assess their defense. As long as Bob Bailey is on the team, you can never have this team will never have great defense, but that's okay. We love Bob Bailey's bat. So a 3-game sweep for the Expos. That puts them 3 games ahead of the Detroit Tigers in their division, who got swept by Oakland, which also means that the Angels are already 3 games behind the Oakland A's. That's it today, folks. Break up your Expos, a sweepage over the Angels. We'll see you next time.